Now that Christmas is over, it is officially time to talk about 2025. If you have not heard recently, there is a roadmap for 2025 that has already been released. It has been out for about 2 weeks now. There was a video that the CEO and some of the other developers and teammates of Atlas Earth had posted, and they were explaining a couple of things that they have done and things that they've planned. But we're going to break down some of the things that they said and how that intertwines into the roadmap. So let's dig right into it and see how this will actually split open Atlas Earth. So the first thing that they mentioned was talking about the community feed. So obviously there's always those feeds that we see that people say that they bought in a parcel somewhere. You know, you've seen the feed on the side, but it's not exactly that. This time it actually involves the community. So what that means is, like, if you have read into the Reddit community, there's a lot of people that talk about tips, tricks, and that's where I get some of my ideas as well, and also videos. So people like myself and other YouTubers, they will actually be intertwined into the game. So not only will you see me on YouTube, you might actually see me in game giving you guys some tips or tricks, and I think that's a pretty cool thing. The nice thing about it is they're actually promoting creators to come on there, and that they will actually be paid out for it. I don't think we'll actually be paid in actual money, but I would be actually pretty grateful if we were given at least Atlas bucks so that we can convert it into anything else. So that part is actually pretty cool, that they are actually trying to get the community to come together and keep all of us motivated, kind of relay information to each other. So that's awesome to hear. Landmarks and auctions. So this is the biggest thing that they were announcing that I'm actually most excited about. So the landmarks have been something that has been talked about for about 2-3 years now, and we've all been anticipating for it. And so what they said that I can understand from their podcast, it says, so the landmarks sounds like it's going to be a community brought up idea. So what that means is that there's going to be a competition to see where these landmarks will be and what they will be. So these landmarks are already pre-designated. So for example, the Statue of Liberty, obviously it's there, but there's also another part of that they didn't mention, that is there's going to be a competition who has the best design. So I think depending on who has the best design, that will be the actual landmark for the game. So for all you artistic people, maybe you might want to prepare for that. I know that there's a lot of you guys out there, and it'd be kind of cool to see what you guys have in mind for a landmark and being actually put into the game. So that leads into the next thing. So because it's actually going to be a community thing, it sounds like the way they want to break it up is it's going to be similar to a stock. So what happens is when you buy into that landmark, you own a small fraction and you're going to get some kind of commission out of it. I don't know if it's like, if for example I stand next to the Statue of Liberty and say that click here, I was here type of thing because I'm in proximity, maybe you get a commission out of that. The more people that visit, the more commission you get out of it. And that's what I'm thinking is what they're trying to do with a landmark. It's not just designated to one individual, it's designated to everybody who's bought into it. There might be a minimum requirement of how many Atlas bucks it requires for you to get it, but I think that's an awesome and unique thing that they're going to be doing, something that I've been long waiting for. Me personally, I'm a Michigan fan. I think it'd be cool if I could go to the big house and then got to invest into it, and then anytime anybody visits, you get a commission. So that is one thing that we've all anticipated for, and it's coming out in 2025. We don't know the exact dates for any of these releases, but it's something to anticipate. Redemption. So finally, it's no longer about just, redeeming for donations, gift cards, or going directly to your bank. You can eventually invest that money that you earn from Atlas bucks and put it into cryptocurrency. They said that they're going to be partnering with big companies like maybe Crypto.com, Robinhood, Coinbase, any of those big large companies that we are familiar with. They are going to try to partner with them so that it's actually being sent to somewhere where it's reliable, that it's not being sent to some sketchy location. Okay, so that's one thing that you want to keep in mind, that I know some of you guys like to invest into cryptocurrency. That is an option that will soon be coming out, so that will simplify things for you. Customization. This is probably the one thing that I actually wanted for a long time and had asked for, and it is customization to your parcels and your avatar. So I'm not talking about just your upgrading your parcel from common to legendary or whatever it is. so that you can have a small design. I think they're actually going to allow us to maybe go by the season, change how it looks. I think that'd be a good start. I don't know exactly how they're going to go about that, but the avatar, I think that's one thing that we've all asked. Why do we just have to be this astronaut? Why can't we be, a fun avatar? Me personally, if there's a panda, yeah, I would put a panda on there. I'd be excited for that. Give me guys some ideas of some of the creative avatars that you would like to have in the game, and we'll see who gets the top like off of that. But I think it's about time that we change it, because being an astronaut, yes, it's fun. I get it, Atlas Earth, it keeps to the theme. But I think it's time that we actually have a reality. We are in Earth. I mean, it's not like we're exploring outside of Earth. I think it's time that we get at least the basics, male, female type of thing, and just go on from there. So they're gonna release more badges and boost tiers. So when they say badges, obviously there's a limit to how many badges we can have. So we can max out at 25% permanent rent boost when we collect a certain amount of badges, which then leads to, if they want to add more badges, does that mean that after that there might actually be a reason to collect more? Does that mean that they might actually boost, maybe not a 5% boost every time, but maybe an extra 1% for every, I don't know, 20, 30 that you collect? That would be awesome. And if there's more free badges is coming our way, I'm definitely gonna scoop those up, because I want more badges. I love the permanent rent boost idea. I have only 15% and I have a long way to go, but I'm more concerned about getting more parcels because I'm moving to New Zealand, so it's gonna matter a little bit more. They did say that there's gonna be a new boost tier. So we're all familiar that once we hit 151, our rent boost drops and goes down from there. I'm curious how they're going to reset that up. If it's just going to stay the same for the US, but maybe be updated across the world. Maybe, for example, New Zealand, they have a reduced rent boost, a certain amount of parcels. Maybe they will actually make it a little bit more profitable. So maybe it'll be the same tier list that we have here, but be spread to other countries, which would be nice and motivating to other individuals, and including myself, because I did look at that list and it does not look promising for me when I go to New Zealand unless I hit a certain amount, which would be that 10,000 threshold. So of course there's more mini games to be coming. The first one that they mentioned is rock, paper, scissors. I think I would actually appreciate that game over every other game, just because that's just based upon luck. More of the other one, it's kind of more of skill based, and depending on your lag, if you're actually keeping up with it more or less. I know a lot of people have been frustrated with, like Atlas Racer, that's probably the biggest one, bowling, warship, golf, fishing, all those other mini games, they can be more tedious, and it may be more for those individuals who are a little bit quick-minded when it comes to pressing the button. But rock, paper, scissors, that seems to be the most fair mini game that will be coming out, and it gives us all the opportunity. So I'm hoping to see that one and hope that everyone gets to enjoy it. So they have officially announced that they're going to be expanding the game across different countries. So they're going to be going down to South America and the Middle East, and they're going to expand more into the Asian market. So in 2025, the first country that they announced that they will be expanding to is Japan. So congratulations, Japan, you will be officially part of the Atlas Earth experience, and I hope you guys enjoy the game. You're joining in at a time where it's actually more competitive, it's more fun compared to when it first came out. It was very simple and not very motivating, but you guys are lucky. I hope to see some more of these Japanese players show up. Atlas Marketplace is coming out with some big news. So they're gonna add more locations into it. So of course there's those restaurants, local restaurants, places that may not be as common. The big thing that they did announce in that is that they're gonna be adding convenience store, grocery stores, and my personal favorite, gas stations. You know how many times I go to the gas station a week just for work? At least 2 times a week I have to fill up because of the distance I go. I use Upside, which is another cashback app that has earned me over $200 in just a little over a year. I will give you guys the link down below if you want to use that. It's an awesome app. It is free to use. You don't have to sign up for any credit cards or anything like that. But of course, that's down there for you guys. But like I said, imagine if I can use that app and Atlas Earth to get extra Atlas bucks out of it. I don't care if it's only 1 Atlas buck per gallon. The amount of gallons I get it will definitely even out pretty quick. One thing that they did not mention in their actual roadmap, but they mentioned in their own podcast that I was actually very surprised to hear, is they are trying to add an in-game marketplace. So that actually gives you the opportunity to maybe sell some things. Digital stores will be added into the game. So that is not necessarily what's on their roadmap, but it is something that they mentioned in their podcast. So I'm going to just say exactly what they said. There will be digital stores by being a designer or possibly other marketable vendor in game. So I think you're actually able to sell things if you are a vendor in the game. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work out. Maybe you have your own branding. Maybe if I was to sell t-shirts in real life, but then sell it through Atlas Earth, then do I get Atlas Bucks and actual money for it? I don't know exactly how that is. If it's to kind of bring in more traffic through the game, kind of like metaverse situation, like Sandbox as well. You know, there's actual vendors in the game that you can shop through. Maybe that's what there's gonna be in Atlas Earth, and that'll be very exciting. I know that I am growing as a YouTuber and through this channel, and I appreciate all of you guys because you guys are making this possible. I hope that once I hit about 500 subscribers, I can actually start selling merch. It's not necessarily going to be the typical stuff. I want to start with, you know, simple things to show appreciation to you guys. I really want to see you guys in the game. I think it'd be a cool experience to have a shout out saying that you guys had visited me, and of course I will, you know, give you a shout out for the, you know, appreciation that you have shown to me. Those are the big things that are coming in 2025. I know 2024 there was a lot of new things that had come out, but 2025 it sounds like it's going to be the best year for Atlas Earth and actually has the biggest things to come. So I'm anticipating a lot of things. I hope that we all get to benefit from it, get more Atlas Bucks from it. I hope you guys are enjoying the holidays. I'll catch you in the next video. I have something special coming up for the next video that you may not be anticipating, but if you have any questions about how to play this game, or if you want to learn a little bit more, I have other videos of tips and tricks. There are other individuals out there that can help out as well, and I hope to catch you guys in the new coming year, and good luck with Atlas Earth. Peace.